And, what it is, what it do, man. Y'all already know, man. It's your boy DaSlap, man. I had to come and give y'all the March Madness, man. March Slapness. Oh yeah, it go down. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see who gonna get slapped 2 times, who gonna make the slap 2 time moments, who gonna do this, who gonna do that. But Houston, Cougars, can y'all finish the story this year? Cause y'all went to the Final Four, lost to Baylor. They ended up winning the national championship. Then last year, I think y'all lost in the Elite Eight right before the Final Four. So, can you finish the story? You didn't do too well at the end of that Big 12 championship game against Iowa State, but you know what I'm saying? It just happens like it happens. When you can't shoot, you can't make a shot. Then you know what happens. You get down by almost 30 points, and they lost by almost 30. I think they lost by 28. But it's a new season. It's the tournament, one and done. This is what everybody loves to see. That one and done, that one shining moment. Who gonna have that one shining moment, man, this year? You know the Slap do his bracket, but you know what I'm saying? I just wrote down to the Sweet 16. These are all the teams that I've got going to the Sweet 16. Connecticut, San Diego State, Illinois, Iowa State, North Carolina, St. Mary's, Baylor, Arizona, Houston, Duke, Kentucky, Florida, Purdue, Gonzaga, South Carolina, Tennessee. That's my Sweet 16. We gonna see how many of these teams gonna make it to the Sweet 16. I think last year, I was what? I think I got like 9 out of the 16 in the Sweet 16. Oh yeah, that bracket was destroyed. You see, Purdue didn't even make it to the Sweet 16 last year. They lost to Fairleigh Dickinson, the 16 seed. But can they replicate what Virginia did? Because Virginia was the first 1 seed to lose to a 16 seed, and they came back the next season and won it all. So can Purdue? Nah, Purdue ain't gonna challenge that, man. Cause we just saw this Virginia team last night. Oh my goodness, how did they even get a 10 seed in the tournament, man? These boys couldn't hit the side of me if I was standing in front of them. Like they couldn't hit no shots. They was on 14 for the last 9 minutes of the first half. They didn't score a basket for 9 minutes. I was like, how's this team in the tournament, man? How? You got you sold my boy out from Indiana State, old Cream Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah, that boy there, man, looking like a new age Jokic out there with the goggles on. I mean, come on, Indiana State. When last time Indiana State went to the tournament? As far as I know, Larry Bird. That's the last time I seen Indiana State and them blue jerseys in the tournament. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all always can come correct me, but that's the last time I've seen Indiana State in the tournament. And you snub them for Virginia, who had a mediocrity season. They showed you they can't score. And that was their problem last night. They couldn't score for nothing. They made a little slight run, and then they went on a 5-minute drive. Like, oh, man, yeah, how did y'all? So let's go on here. Like I say, I think Purdue gonna be the first #1 seed to lose once again in this tournament. Houston, you on high alert. You know what I'm saying? They say these old crazy names like the last 3 years of the tournament has popped either a 2 seed or a 1 seed. You know, last year you had Fairleigh Dickinson, St. Peter's beat Iowa State, and I forget the other team. But this one they playing Longwood. Pause. They playing them guys, so. U of H. don't get beat by Longwood. Pause. Because it's going to be a long wooded day for y'all. So, Sweet 16, like I say, UConn, San Diego State in the East. This is a rematch from down here in H-Town in the National Championship last year. That's a rematch. San Diego State, it's still going to be the same outcome. UConn moving on. Illinois, Iowa State. I like this Iowa State team, man. I just like the Iowa State team. I done watched them most of the year. Both of the games against U of H, both of the games against the Longhorns. I seen, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, and speaking of my Longhorns, I think we go to the second round. I think we can. We play Colorado State, but, hey, you know, but I only see my Longhorns getting to the round of 32 and losing to Tennessee. But Illinois, Iowa State, I got Iowa State moving on to the Elite Eight. That's in the East. In the West, North Carolina, St. Mary's. Hey, St. Mary's, that's one of them teams, man. They got it clicking. They're a hard team to beat, so they're dangerous at that 5. And the last time a 5 seed won, and if I can remember, was '97. The Arizona Wildcats with Mike Bibby, Miles Simon, Jason Terry, Michael Dickerson used to be a Rocket. You know what I'm saying? So watch out for that St. Mary's team. And the other game, Baylor, Arizona. Hey, both of these teams, you know, Arizona, they didn't have some terrible losses in the season. Baylor didn't have some losses, but I just think Baylor. I like that Baylor team, man. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of, you know what I'm saying, height and size, and you know what I'm saying. They just on defense they can be disruptive if they don't play that zone. When they play that zone, that's where you can get them because they still don't figure it out when they play them. They man you up. They play man-to-man defense. They gonna give Arizona problems. So I got Baylor moving on to the Elite Eight to play North Carolina. So I got UConn, Iowa State playing each other for the East Regional. North Carolina, Baylor for the West Region. In the South, Houston at Duke. Houston versus Duke. Come on, U of H. You already know, man. You got to go ahead and beat Duke, man. Duke about to load up next season. They getting Cooper Flag. I just seen this other cat they give next season. He dropped 48 in the state in the state playoffs against the #1 team. So 48. Isaiah, I can't remember his last name. I think his first name was Isaiah, but Cooper Flag, yeah, he on his way too. But I got with all that being said, Houston defense is what's gonna carry them through the tournament. They're gonna score enough to win the game, but their defense is what's gonna bring them to the table, and they won't go on one of them droughts, man. I don't think they got that drought out the way in the Big 12 championship. They ain't gonna go on a drought. So I got Houston beating Duke. Kentucky, Florida, a SEC matchup. I got Kentucky because I like Rob Dillingham. Oh my goodness, he got 2 bench players on Kentucky team that gonna go in the lottery next season. Rob Dillingham is one of them coming off the bench. I mean, average almost 20 points a game, if not averaging 20. But his last the month of February, oh yeah, Rob Dillingham. I like this cat. You know, Kentucky. Then they got that freshman Shepard. Yeah, another Shepard. Remember they had Shepard in '98 with Ron Mercer, Tony Depp, and then them cats, man. And they won that championship in '98. So they won in '96 and '98 with they had a Shepard on their squad. So, but I got Kentucky moving on. So Houston, Kentucky in the South region. In the Midwest, Purdue, Gonzaga. Hey, I told you Purdue gonna be the first #1 seed to go. Gonzaga, bye. They gonna get them. Purdue, I'm not sold on Purdue. I don't even think they're gonna get to the Sweet 16, but I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt because they lost to a 16 seed. So at least make it to the Sweet 16. Just do that. Y'all giving this Edey dude, I think, National Player of the Year again? Like, what has he done this season better than last season to give it to him this season? I mean, I got some Jamal Shed. Come on, man. He's deserving. I know he's a nominee, but man, hey, come on, man. South Carolina, Tennessee, yeah, I know y'all. South Carolina, hey, South Carolina, one of them teams, man. They can get on the run, and they get through the tournament. Kudos to that. I think he's gonna be the coach of the year. South Carolina coach. He gonna be the coach of the year, man. I think that, you know what I'm saying, this year for what he did, they wasn't even supposed to win more than 12 games, I don't think. They won like 25, 26 games this year. So shout out to South Carolina. But I think that's where the bus stops for them in Tennessee. So I got Gonzaga, Tennessee in the Midwest region in the Elite Eight. So in the Elite Eight, give me Iowa State beating UConn. That's gonna be the second #1 seed to go down. UConn. You know what I'm saying? Iowa State, like I say, I first one to punch their ticket to the Final Four. Then North Carolina, Baylor. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. North Carolina, Baylor. That's gonna be a good game. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of athleticism out there on the court. That point guard for Baylor. I can't call his name, but the point guard for Baylor. Oh yeah. And then you got RJ. Yeah, you got RJ play for North Carolina. They still got Bacon. number 5. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember the names, but I can tell you they number. But RJ and number 5, hey, it's gonna be a good one. But I got North Carolina moving on to Arizona. That's where and Arizona, they in it. So you got a chance to play in your backyard if you can get to the Final Four. We thought that was gonna happen with Houston last year, but So Arizona, don't get your hopes up too high. Houston and Kentucky. I keep saying that. Houston and Kentucky. You already know, man. I'm going with the Cougars. Moving on. Like I say, I just think Shed, this is his last run. He been there. He was a freshman, I think, when they lost in the Final Four. So he didn't. He done came back, ready, trying to make that one shining moment happen. Like I say, U of H finished the story. Y'all are the Cody, and for my wrestling fans, they are the Cody Rhodes of the of college basketball. Cody Rhodes trying to finish his story at WrestleMania 40, and U of H trying to finish their story this time with a championship, cutting down them nets and listening to one shining moment play while they cut down the net. So will it happen? We shall see. But I got them moving on, and then I got Tennessee beating Gonzaga. Hey, Rick Barnes got a team. I know Tennessee ain't good in March. I know the numbers. They say numbers don't lie, but in March But these are the type of teams that they come together. They start playing at a high clip, and if you can't reach that high clip with them, they get you, and now you out of there. You know what I'm saying? I'll at you. So my Final Four: Iowa State, North Carolina, Houston, Tennessee. Yes, that's two number 1s and 2 number 2s. A number 2 seed ain't never made it haven't made it to the Final Four in about like 16 tournaments or something like that. It's a high number, so I got 2 of them going. We shall see. Y'all already know it's March Slapness, so it's gonna be a lot of slap jinx out here too. These 4 teams, they got their name on video, so we gonna see. Can they get to the Final Four? But that's my Final Four. I got Houston, North Carolina in the national championship, with Houston winning the national championship. Final score 79-75. That's my final score for that. You know what I'm saying? Houston, North Carolina. So y'all already know, man. Enjoy the tournament for these next 3 weeks. Enjoy the slap for these next 3 weeks. That we're gonna be talking about that, and then NBA. But a special shout out tomorrow. Papa Slap would have been 79 years old. R.I.P. Elva White, man. I'll see you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Balloon release for you. 79. He would have been 79. R.I.P. Daddy. I miss and I love you. You too. You already know, man. It's your boy, DaSlap. March Slapness. Let's get ready to go. Enjoy all the games, man. Hopefully your team, hopefully your bracket do what it do. Y'all already know, because I already know my bracket ain't probably gonna be. My bracket probably ain't gonna be. That's why I make myself make brackets, so just to have fun with it. But y'all already know, man. It's March Slapness and one shining moment. And I'm out.